the identity of the new Pope. At the end of the second day of balloting, a secret conclave, the College of Cardinals have selected a new pontiff, and we're waiting now for the dean of the Cardinal Deacons. We assume it will be Cardinal Felici, but we'll have to wait and see, to come out and give us the news of the new Pope. Let's go to Rome now, and our correspondent, Peter Jennings. Peter?
Frank, coming out into the balcony now, led by the cross, Cardinal Felici, who will announce to us about 22 minutes after we first saw the white smoke who the new Pope will be. And he looks down, smiling onto an enormous sea of faces here, well in excess of 150,000 people. He will be handed the book and speak to the assembled crowd.
Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum.
I bring you tidings of great joy, I believe, Father O'Keefe, is what he thinks.
That's exactly it.
Habemus Papam. Eminentissimum ac reverendissimum Dominum Carolum Sancte Romane Ecclesiae Cardinalem Wojtyła.
As far as we can understand, the Cardinal Felici has just announced the name of a Polish cardinal. Am I correct, Father O'Keefe?
This is exactly correct. This is Cardinal Charles Wojtyła, who is 58 years old, and he is the Cardinal Archdiocese of Cracovia.
Sibi nomen imposuit Ioannis Pauli,
who has taken the name of John Paul.
This is quite an extraordinary surprise, Father O'Keefe.
Absolutely.
Cardinal Carol, to be perfectly honest, I can't even pronounce his name yet. Wojtyła?
It's Wojtyła.
Wojtyła.
Wojtyła. The accent is on the T. Wojtyła. Although you spell it W-O-J-T-I-L-A. Wojtyła. My Polish friends have assured me of that.
Born in Krakow in May of 1920. He was ordained in 1946, just after the war, and was named the Archbishop of Krakow in January of 1964. Made a cardinal by Paul VI back in 1967. His father, a working man, quite an extraordinary surprise, Father O'Keefe. This, more than anything else, a non-Italian.
Peter, they had spoken about the possibilities of a non-Italian this time and the last time, and both times Cardinal Wojtyła was mentioned. In the last conclave, right at the beginning, and he was mentioned as a favorite of Felice. This time, even more, because they felt he was strong and would be a capable man.
The first non-Italian Pope, Robert Trout, I'm sure will surprise you as it has us in 455 years.
Yes, and I'm fascinated to see what the reaction of the Italian, mostly Italian crowd, although cosmopolitan too, of course, will be as slowly the news begins to dawn and as they see the new Polish Pope appear on the central balcony. Waiting for him now. The doors open.
The crowd absolutely must be stunned, and the papal crest, the great papal shield on the tapestry is brought out to hang over the papal balcony at St. Peter's, which slopes down overlooking this crowd. It's a magnificent view, and I must say at this moment, our thoughts go out to the extraordinary reaction there must be in Poland itself, where despite a communist regime, the Catholic community of Poland, almost 90% of the population in Poland, still very devoted Catholics, and there must be as extraordinary, even more of an extraordinary feeling there than there is here in St. Peter's Square at 10 minutes to 7 on a late evening. This is an Eastern Bloc Pope, as we've just said, a Pope from the communist world. I wonder, Father O'Keefe, what the Church is saying in that political respect.
Yes, this will be a very interesting development, Peter. He's the first non-Italian, as you know, since Adrian VI, the Dutchman, in 1523. It's significant that the Cardinals have chosen one from this part of the world.
Frank Reynolds, in Washington, you must be, I suspect, in New York, on somewhat track of you, my colleague, you must be as surprised as we are, I think.
Oh, I was just thinking, as you mentioned, Peter, the tremendous reaction there must be to this in Poland, where the Church has survived and has thrived. I was just looking over some of the information we have here. There has never been a Polish Pope, so far as I can make out. Is that your understanding, Father O'Keefe? There have been Frenchmen, Greeks, Syrians, Germans, Spaniards, Austrian, Portuguese.
As far as I know, that's absolutely right.
And he is so young. He's only, what, 58?
He's 58.
Which, of course, Frank, as I'm sure Father O'Keefe will bear out, is an extraordinary risk in many ways for the Roman Catholic Church to take. One of the reasons they speak about an age window.
Peter, if things go as customarily, the new Pope should be flanked by cardinals below, and then the other cardinals who belong to the order of bishops, as they say. So there should be 4 or 5 of them, plus members of his pontifical household.
Here he comes. Looking down now to the people immediately beneath them as they wave their white handkerchiefs in the air. Many children here this evening.
You can see Cardinal Wyszynski to our left.
Forgive us for the inevitable contrast with Pope John Paul I, but this is somewhat more relaxed greeting to the crowd. Pope John Paul I, you recall, rather worked the crowd with his hands gesticulating, and now we will hear him for the first time. If this crowd settles down. The reaction, I must say, bearing in mind that the last non-Italian had not been well received, certainly Pope John Paul II is being extremely well received.
Sia lodato Gesù Cristo.
Blessed be Jesus Christ.
Carissimi fratelli e sorelle, siamo ancora tutti addolorati dopo la morte dell'amatissimo Papa Giovanni Paolo I.
We are all, my dear brothers and sisters, still very grieved at the death of our very beloved Pope John Paul I.
Ed ecco, gli eminentissimi cardinali hanno chiamato un nuovo vescovo di Roma.
Pope John Paul II continues in Italian, and lo and behold, the cardinals have called a new Bishop of Rome.
Speaking beautiful Italian.
Lo hanno chiamato di un paese lontano.
They have called the new Bishop of Rome from a country that is far away.
lontano ma sempre così vicino per la comunione nella fede e nella tradizione cristiana.
Hope continues, a country that is far but still near in communion and in Christian faith.
Io ho avuto paura di ricevere questa nomina, ma
Holy Father continues, he said, I was afraid at having received this next nomination.
ma ho fatto nel spirito dell'ubbidienza verso il nostro Signore e nella fiducia totale alla sua madre, Madonna Santissima.
Holy Father, obviously very moved, continues, but I have accepted this in the spirit of obedience to our Lord Jesus Christ and to his beloved mother, the Madonna.
Anche non so se potrei bene spiegarmi nella la nostra lingua italiana. Se mi sbaglio,
Great she is, the Holy Father says, I'm not sure that I can explain in our language.
se mi sbaglio mi corrigerete.
If I make a mistake, just correct me. Cardinal below to the left is laughing.
E così mi presento a voi tutti per confessare la nostra fede comune, la nostra speranza, la nostra fiducia alla Madre di Cristo e della Chiesa e anche
So I present myself to all of you here to profess our common faith, hope and trust.
A incominciare da nuovo su quella strada della storia e della Chiesa, di incominciare con aiuto di Dio e con aiuto degli uomini.
And so I begin anew on the road of history, the road of the church, with the help of God and with the help of men.
Sancti Apostoli.
Pope John Paul II's Italian, and what you have just heard has been, as he waves to the crowd, his first papal blessing to the city of Rome, of which he is the bishop, and to the world at large. In the background, you perhaps can hear, over the applause of this crowd, the band of the Italian Carabinieri, and from all around Vatican City, high in the papal apartment, the only place that is empty, the papal apartment, which will be open just as soon as the new Pope, Cardinal Karol Wojtyła, now Pope John Paul II, goes to them himself. And in traditional Roman fashion, the white handkerchiefs come out of the pockets and are waved towards the papal balcony, where Pope John Paul II waves and stands momentarily interspersed with his hands clasped, having now assumed this extraordinary burden